Welcome back, guys, to another video. We are in an interesting spot in the markets. As always, guys, none of this is financial advice. If you don't know me, I've been in crypto for around a year and a half now, full time. I've been in crypto for around 4 years off and on, but a year and a half full time. And we're going to be taking a look at what happened yesterday and what that has had an effect on for the markets currently. So let's first go over the fact of what actually happened Monday. And that was, of course, the explanation that tariffs would actually be enacted on both Canada and I believe Mexico as well, with around 25% tariffs on each country. Now, I believe it was Canada and I believe it was simply Canada and Mexico. It could have been China as well. But as all I know is that Canada and Mexico are now going to actually be affected by the tariffs, which again are 25%, which are definitely significant in the global trade. And what that essentially does and what it did to the markets is we of course saw drastic declines in a lot of asset classes. For example, taking a look at Bitcoin's chart here, as you can see, the 24th is when it was announced that these tariffs would actually go into place. And as you guys can see here, we fell from around $96,000 to our lowest being around $86,000, which of course with Bitcoin, that's very, very significant. We saw a massive sell-offs here. Institutions were selling, a lot of other people were selling as well. But in general, this was a very, very big red day for Bitcoin, and it continued on even earlier this morning, where we've kind of rebounded since from there. And if we zoom in on that day chart, if you simply just take CoinMarketCap's graph, you can actually identify a higher highs, higher lows pattern, potentially indicating that we do actually push back up into those $90,000 levels. But if you guys take a look, this was the first time in a while where we actually fell below $8,000 or $90,000. You guys can see here, we did not fall below there. We did not fall below there as well. And it was until now where we actually did. And this was, of course, in November, where we actually saw the push up to $100,000 Bitcoin. We, of course, this is in that since that time, this is the first time we've fallen below $90,000, which of course is significant. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't honestly think it will have that drastic of effect on the markets due to a lot of macroeconomic events that we've talked about countless times. But also, again, looking at Bitcoin structure as well, it does seem to be that we could be on a bullish uptrend here within the next couple of days to next couple of weeks. So something we're going to have to take a look for. Again, we could have some other scenario where that completely gets thrown out of the window and we actually fall even lower, potentially below 80K as our worst case scenario. Now, taking a look at Ethereum, in my opinion, actually did recover decently well. As you guys can see on the 7-day chart, we actually, of course, we're at $2,700 per Ethereum, where we fell down to around $2,300 per Ethereum, losing $400 per token, where we've since rebounded to $2,500. And again, same thing here. We formed a higher high, higher low pattern where we could see that enact into more bullish structure with Ethereum, potentially leading to another uptrend with Ethereum again. And as you can see there, Bybit bought another $36,000 of Ethereum. There's been a lot of buys from big institutions, from key players in the industry who've been buying Ethereum and who've been buying Bitcoin on these dips. So definitely something to keep in mind there. Now, another coin that is on a lot of people's minds that was, of course, also affected was that of Solana. And Solana actually started falling before the tariffs were announced, and this was, of course, Sunday. And we saw Solana continue to go on a downtrend in the past 7 days. But looking at the month, it does not look good for Solana. The year to date, actually, Solana is lower, almost lower than it was a year ago. And this was back in March when things were doing very well within the markets. A lot of people are speculating that Solana is starting to die, and I don't know. We'll have to honestly see what happens here. Are you bullish on Solana, or are you really not bullish on Solana? That is the question. I myself do not know what will happen with this token, but I've just heard a lot of stigma that Solana is and has a very good potential to fall lower in the next couple of weeks, especially with all these token launches I've been having on it. and the impact that those have had on the general markets as a whole. But overall, in the general market stance, I'm honestly just waiting for further confirmation. I'm checking the people who are more experienced than me, seeing what they have to say on the markets. But I myself am not too worried, especially with some of the tokens that I've been holding as well. And that's going to transition us into a segment where I go over my top 3 meme coins on base. Now, before we get into it, understand that I'm not trying to shill you these coins. I'm not even in some of these coins. The only base meme coin I'm in is Ski Mask Dog, for full disclosure. But I'm simply going over the ones that I feel have pretty good communities and a team that's actually working pretty well with tokenomics, etc. We're going to go into those. Also, if you want to allocate a certain percentage of your portfolio to a meme coin, whatever the case is, whatever you're looking for, I'm simply just going to go over my 3 again. Not financial advice, but I thought it'd be fun to do, especially just because I love some of these projects. All right, so in regards to Ski Mask Dog, for the 1-day chart, this looks pretty good. Of course, we've fallen pretty heavily down. I was able to call this on YouTube as well as X around that mark right there. As you can see where the dot is, we were of course able to 10x all the way up to, I believe, 33 cents at our peak. We've now since fallen down to, yes, 6.5 cents. And on the 7-day chart, we actually fell down into 4.5 cent range. I was able to scoop some up there, and of course was able to get a nice solid pump to almost a double from that entry, where we then fell back down again. And of course, again, in response to the overall market, we did fall down, but since have broken into a new bullish structure. Now, it will honestly be interesting to see how Ski Mask Dog plays out here. I wouldn't suggest heavily loading up into any meme coin, but again, that's only my opinion. I do think it's interesting to see how well it's held up, even in times like this. But again, definitely concerning when you fall from 33 cents to 6.5 cents. However, I don't honestly think that to be the case in full length, and let me explain why. So taking a look at Toshi, this kind of does look similar to Ski's chart. You can actually kind of compare it to this. This is almost where Toshi had its initial run up, where, as you guys can see, boom, you hit this high around a 10x at its peak, and then it did fall all the way down and continued to go down until we got here. Now, granted, this was in March time. Ski really did not do anything of that nature. However, as you can see, this was an event where Toshi got listed, and this is my second coin as well. We're going to kind of intermingle the two. I do think Toshi is a great base meme coin to own due to the immense exchanges that it is on, and in a hot market where base meme coins and base in general gets its love, I do see Toshi definitely getting exposure, just because, again, it already has an established community. And genuinely, if we go to where it was previously at, or its previous all-time high, which I'm not saying it could reach, even at 0.0010 cents, you'd still be looking at anywhere from a double to around a 3x, simply matching its previous all-time high from here. Again, not guaranteed, but I know the Toshi community really loves this token. There is a great community behind it, but I would like to point this out. So as you guys can see, we had very significant decline. It was down pretty heavily from this previous all-time high, not too much, but it was down a decent amount, kind of how Ski is. And then we had the listing occur, where you went from, I believe, 3 zeros and 1 all the way up to that top of 2 cents, or 2 zeros and 1 5, meaning it did more than a 10x from these levels. Similar market cap to Ski, and this is what it did with the listing. And if you go to Coinbase's Instagram post, it's literally flooded with Ski comments. So my opinion is Ski is going to see a listing in the future, at least on Coinbase, due to the immense popularity that it has. The community has shown that to Coinbase. And again, that is all my opinion, but that's just what I've seen. It honestly wouldn't make sense for Coinbase to not list a token where their comment section is literally flooded with real accounts that are promoting a real base meme coin that has no developer, etc., at least in the project still. Again, it's 100% community owned. There's so much going on with Ski. It's a very hot meme coin, but again, we'll honestly have to see how the overall market reacts, we need a listing to occur in order to see price fluctuations like that of Toshi. And we just, in general, again, need more exposure on base. And for that to happen, we could definitely see Ski at least go back up to his previous all-time high, placing this, or Ski at like a 6 to 10x. And we'll see where it goes from there. Again, that's not guaranteed. You shouldn't place your entire bets on that. I, of course, am not. But again, that's just my overall thoughts on the token itself. All right, so now my final token I'm going to be talking about. This one, of course, is a lot riskier. I think I bought somewhere in this area right here. And of course, we are down to 0.0023 cents. However, let me go over why I'm actually very, very bullish on this token. And I at least want potentially maybe 1% of my portfolio allocated into it. I'm not in Toshi and I'm not in Keyboard Cap, but again, these are the ones that I do love the most. I've made a video on Keycat a decent amount of time ago. However, I do very much love this token. However, as you can see, we have fallen down. Now, why do I actually love Keycat very much, and why do I think it could logically do well in a hot market where base memes are actually going well? So I'd like to pay homage to the official Keycat X page. You can see there's 20,000 followers, kind of around where Ski's at. But this is where I want to show you guys that Keyboard Cat is an official licensed meme coin on base. This is the creator of the original Keycat meme, and he was able to give the Keyboard Cat community the IPs for this token. Tokenomics look great as well. But guys, this is a meme that's been in Family Guy. It's been in a lot of different forms of media. You can see Jesse Base, I guess they were interacting with that. But very, very active on their X page. Very big established community with this token. It's a licensed IP, an official meme that's been around since 90s. But nonetheless, this has a strong community behind it. This meme has been, in the past 30 years, pretty prominent in media. And again, this is officially licensed. This is the real Keycat base meme coin. So I myself am looking for meme coins. This has an already established community that's been around for 30 years, as well as the fact that, again, it is a real token. A lot of people will make tokens based off memes that aren't officially licensed to that actual meme. In this case, it is. So that's really cool to see. Again, my third pick is going to be Keycat here. That's simply just based off the fact, again, all those factors we just talked about. But yeah, if I had to say it, guys, simple video on the 3 base meme coins that I myself would invest into and am invested into, at least just Ski, again, for full clarification. That would be Ski, Toshi, and Keycat. All for great reasons. A lot of the other ones, you're going to be kind of gambling. These ones, though, they're just lighter gambles, you know what I mean? So that's my opinion, not financial advice. I'd like to just clarify that because we're dealing with meme coins here. But I hope you guys took, A, the market kind of overview well, B, the 3 meme coins. If you're interested in looking them in, go for it, but do your own research, please, please, please. And yeah, guys, that's what I'm going to leave you with today. We might do a video tomorrow, or I'm just going to keep it to every other day. We'll see how this plays out. With all that being said, I will see you guys later.